Hey, Flash, I got some really, really bad news for you, buddy. At least according to CNN. The male gaze is back, and it's coming for everyone. This from
Did
CNN.
they change the headline? Because I thought it was after years of work, it's all for nothing.
Yep, they did. They changed the headline
after
here.
Years of progress.
That's right. They actually changed the headline on it.
After so much social engineering, where we tried to make you attracted to fat men with dresses on, the male gaze is back.
This is a nearly 19,000 words in this article.
Seething when they were
typing. 19,000 words of just like just typing so angrily. This summer I got cultural whiplash. Oh yeah, so did everybody at CNN, which is great. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing to hear how right here. Was it around the 2024 presidential shift? Spoiler, it was. We've talked about that immediately. The day that he was put into office, there was a shift. The day that he was elected into office, there was a shift. My goodness. But yes, as you would expect.
Just so you know, I'm looking at the author's LinkedIn. Her name is Madeline Holcomb. And
Ooh, let's see what she looks like.
She's got pronouns and bio. She's actually very pretty, I must say. Let me share my screen.
I did actually look her up. She actually is fairly attractive, yes.
Let me remove ad. Yeah, she's pretty.
Oh, come on,
Flash is
lady.
like, damn it.
Yeah.
He's like, would, but I wouldn't be happy about it.
Really expecting a dude in a dress.
Yeah, well, I was as well, but yeah, she is deep into the indoctrination camp of pronouns.
She volunteers for autism. That's nice.
Can we see? Go back up to her. Go back up.
She's.
I want to look at her history of where she's.
Okay. So here we have experience CNN. Where's CNN? Writing Center Tutor. Trending intern at CNN. That's how she got her way in. The fellow.
When did she graduate? Education. Go down to education.
All right. So she graduated in 2017.
Oh, Emory. Okay. Emory is super lefty. Yes. And, it all makes sense. Because, when you think of, think about when she came out of college, 2017, right? And she went to go work at CNN. So she was already indoctrinated and went straight to work at CNN. It tells you everything you need to know. Everything you need to know. So there you go. Emory University in Atlanta, Georgia, right there. Yes. So now she works for CNN, which is in Atlanta, right there. So,
Atlanta, 1 in 4 chance she has AIDS.
Oh yeah, is that true? What?
It's like a crazy number for I think it's 1 in 4. It's not a big number. If a group of people, one of them has AIDS.
What?
It's crazy.
Well, let's get to some more people who.
Let me ask Grok what the actual.
Hang on. I'm looking it up. 1 in 6 Atlanta AIDS. Okay, AI.
Oh, 1 in 6. Okay, I wasn't even that far off.
No, that's what I typed in because that's what you said. So AI overview says the claim that 1 in 6 people in Atlanta have HIV or AIDS is false and highly misleading. The statistic is inaccurate, and experts have called such claims misinformation. While Metro Atlanta does have a disproportionately high HIV prevalence, a far more accurate statistic is that the risk of an HIV diagnosis in Georgia is 1 in 51 people, with rates concentrated in certain counties.
Probably the city then for sure. So 1 in 51. Think about it. You go into a club or a bar. There's a chance you're going home with some AIDS.
Yeah, you're playing some Russian roulette right there, for sure.
That's gross.
I mean, it's true. You got a 2% chance of going home, and
they still have a big AIDS problem there. Regardless,
you could just play the Final Sentence video game and do Russian roulette, but on keyboards instead. Chat. Don't get HIV and all that. Okay.
Yeah.
Safe. Sponsored by Pfizer.
I want to go back to this male gaze article here. And Blabs, I would actually like for you to read this. Okay, so this is who cares? Who cares that if male is the primary viewpoint? I want you to go read this and we can kind of hear some of the logic.
All right, I want to zoom in one more.
Boop.
Thank you. All right. If women want to be trad wives and men want to see a sexy sidekick in their action movies, why not let them? The concern isn't a woman baking in her finest pearls or wanting to be sexy. That is fine, and she should be allowed to do that, Zayer said. There are real-life implications. However, when spreading a message that women should only strive to please men and women should only see the women in their lives in one way. Often the traditional beauty standards put forward by the male gaze are unrealistic. They favor thin bodies that few people can maintain in a healthy way, Zayer said. And usually the standards prioritize whiteness.
There it is.
Added, women who don't naturally meet those ideals are left struggling to win a competition stacked against them. Sounds like self-hating.
So Flash, let's break this down really quick. What this comes down to is feelings.
My feelings.
It comes down to my feelings.
These women want to bust out tape measures for men. We should be able to bust out scales.
That's right.
I'm sorry, it's really easy for a woman to get fat. It just is. So maybe you should work on it.
Hey, it's easy for men to get fat too. Listen, this is a thing we all understand. But you see all these women who want the tall 6'5" guy who makes six figures every year, who's thin, who's an alpha, right? Blah blah blah. And they have, like, did you see on some of the dating apps? Apparently, they now have a height filter on them.
No, they don't. Do they really?
Yeah, I saw a headline about
weight
that.
filter. If we can put a weight filter in, I'm okay with it.
My gosh, that's
because that's going to cut a lot of them out. Because
can you imagine though? It's going to be like the wheat when you're creating your meat. Remember how you can make it really thin and fat? Yeah. That's what it's going to be on these dating sites.
You show up and you're like, wait a minute.
Something's not right here.
Yeah, this doesn't say in 2014. This says 2025 here, guys.
Mm-hmm. A lot of women though will do that. I call them MySpace angles. Where you zoom in on your face and you just kind of show your shoulders and your neck and your face. You never go below it or have it. That's always funny. Meant to make you look thin.
I've seen a lot of people who have very skinny faces who are not very skinny people. No, absolutely. They have disproportionate skinny face. All right, Blabs, continue here because someone who prioritizes whiteness. Blabs, go ahead. Continue.
All right, thank you very much. Both men and women should feel empowered to do what is right for themselves, whether that's climb the corporate ladder or stay at home as a parent. The male gaze also limits men when it encourages viewing women as objects rather than complex, multidimensional human beings, Zayer says. In a world where male loneliness is a crisis, the isolation problem gets even worse when the culture tells men that women, about half the population, are for beauty, sex, and running a household, and are not viable options for real emotional connection and partnership.
Okay, this is an interesting statement. In a world where male loneliness is a crisis, why? Why is it a crisis? Why are men lonely? Think about that.
It's weird because I don't even think it's just men. I think it's everybody. We were locked in our houses for years. I think you can just state everybody.
To be fair, there's still like there's a lot of outlets, more so for women, like women's club, women's things. Like a lot of women have like a lot of these social groups that are easier to find.
What do you mean? The men's social groups were out first, right? The gentlemen's clubs and all these things, they exist. They were there before women had those clubs. Well, that's on the men for closing them all down. Well, bring them back.
Let's just say this, right? When you, as a man, and fortunately, I was married long before the whole Me Too thing would happen, or anytime if I was to go and if I was in my 20s, right, and I was to approach a woman right now and I was to get rejected, I could be told that I was harassing a woman. They could go on social media and immediately throw me under the bus and tell people what a bad person I am. I could have done absolutely nothing, right? I could be Me Too'd without actually that happening, right? Because believe all women, right? So there's all these levels of this, why men will be lonely. It's because they're gun shy. They're lonely because they're not allowed to say things. They're not allowed to have these conversations or go up and say, hey, you look really pretty. Can I buy you a drink? Or, hey, even if they open a door for a woman. That can be seen as problematic these days. All these major built-in things that men do for women traditionally and have done for years protecting women are now deemed problematic by women. And that ultimately sets up a situation where men don't want to initiate any sort of conversation, which leads to them being lonely. So why? In a world where male loneliness is in a crisis, why is that the case? Because they've been girl bossed into being gun shy about making any sort of moves, you know?
Well, there's a lot more to it than that too, as well. Like I think social media just in general has been bad.
Oh yeah.
Think about it. Like we've never been more connected as a society, but yet we're also, I mean, we've never been so alone.
That's very profound, Flash, and I agree. You know, it's funny because I went in and I was actually having a conversation with a school administrator the other day, and it was about something that's going on at our school, and I was thinking about all the things that were happening just based off of real world situations. I didn't even consider the social media impact of if a student was to say something about another student online or whatever. And like, listen, we can go down the social media rabbit hole all day long, right? About how it's been net negative for society. Now, there's been a lot of positives, right? I think that we are way more educated right now than we were, you know, in 2006, 2007, 2008, right? When social media was just starting. I think, you know, there's an entire new world of people being educated over new things. And some people say it's a good thing. Some people say it's a bad thing. But you cannot refute the idea that people being put on blast instantaneously for simply, in this case, a man approaching a woman and being rejected, or the feel of rejection, and then having that rejection amplified, hasn't led to the idea of a male loneliness crisis. That's something that I know there's deeper levels to that, but I think that's a very big part of that. Just speaking of my own insecurities, there's no way as a guy in my mid-20s, if I would have, there's not a chance that I would feel comfortable approaching a woman in today's society, because I number one, I don't want to get rejected. Number two, I don't want a megaphone to go out and on social media and for her to tell everybody what a horrible piece of crap I am because I held a door open for her. But that's just me. Anyways, Blabs, let's go and continue.
I don't even know where I was. Okay, if you want more full and rich stories about people of different genders, races, cultures, and sexual orientations, you have to engage with artists of those identities, she said. Fortunately, there is no shortage of fun, meaningful, interesting, high-quality movies and TV shows that offer a wide range of perspectives. Is there, though? Anyway, you can dive into the closeness of female relationships with movies like Booksmart, Steel Magnolias, or Greta Gerwig's Little Women. Or watch women be brilliant even when their sexuality isn't focused with Hidden Figures, Netflix The Residents, or Lessons in Chemistry. Seeing women be the heroines of the action instead of, as Reese Witherspoon cited when talking about launching a production company, helplessly asking, what do we do, is also important. For that, I can turn to Everything Everywhere All at Once, A Quiet Place, and Black Panther. Oh, yes, super ultra feminist. I love that. Maybe your list is different, but I think it helps to be able to identify the media around you that expands the perspectives you are immersed in and the possibilities they present, and which ones alternatively make the box around identity feel a little small. You know what I notice about all these movies, or at least some of them, they're all very recent, well, some of them, and I like how the fact that they completely ignore all the wonderfully made movies of the 80s and 90s that, you know, lift women up, which is amazing to see. Like they use Little Women, but they use the 2019 version. Like, of course you do, which is the modern version. Very, very intelligent. Those
garbage
authors.
version.
Yeah, basically. And like Black Panther, really? That's what you think motivates women? A superhero movie?
I have some serious questions about this article here, right? Number one, this person that they keep referencing here is a lady named Dr. Linda Tonke Zayer here.
What's she look like?
All right. Well,
they, them?
No. She looks like a fairly attractive woman, right? Here she is right here. She is the department chair and professor of marketing, right? So my question is, why are they talking to a professor of marketing for this article? Shouldn't you be talking to like
let's
somebody?
call her. There's her office phone.
We could hypothetically call her and be like, can you tell us about this? Why should we do that?
Let's do it. Do it right now. Do it live, Craig.
I don't want to do it live because I don't know what I'd ask her.
Ask her these questions.
Ask her if she's happily married.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Not for you to hit on her or anything. That's not what I was referring to.
I know.
Well, that was a weird look that you gave me. I'm like, I don't know why you give me that look.
Blabs, how about you call her?
Absolutely not. I'm not putting my phone out there.
Well,
we discussed this already.
I just think it's interesting to hear why she was chosen in this article as an authority. That doesn't make sense to me, you know.
Well, she's got a doctorate, so she is an authority to some people.
But a doctorate of marketing, of all things, like I don't know.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
She's a department chair and professor of marketing at Loyola University of Chicago. So there we go. Yeah, I don't know. I have so many questions here, and I have even more questions here. Flash, you're talking about the rate of AIDS in Atlanta. I would say that the rate of AIDS is probably a little higher, and I don't have this. I'm just totally spitballing here, but I would probably say that it's probably higher in the trans community as well. As we have this story
and
here
the
from the
gay
yeah.
community.
Definitely. But we have this from the BBC as well, Blabs, as, hey, give it up for guys who are just ruining it for women over here, Blabs. Why don't you guide us through this article?
Trans activists vandalize feminist conference. That's basically it. It's basically a bunch of guys who think they're women, harassing women, threatening them with rape and violence and whatnot, and then vandalizing the conference. Which
recognize my pronouns.
Which
I'll
again
rape you.
Proves their entire point about let women be women without having to be told what is a woman and what isn't a man. And now we have this. It's amazing to see. Like,
don't
the
like my
hypocrisy
pronouns, I'll
wonderful.
rape them into you.
Jesus. Wow. Okay. Demonetized today.
Thanks, Flash.
So, Blabs, why don't you read us a little bit of this as well, as you can see kind of the damage that's been done here.
Yeah, they broke a lot of glass. It's wild.
Yes.
All right, so police have launched an investigation after a venue in Brighton was vandalized ahead of a women's rights conference. Trans activists claimed responsibility, which is amazing. Like, yeah, we did that. Suck it, women. For the incident at the Brighton Centre on King's Road in the early hours of Friday. Masked figures were seen in online videos smashing windows and spray painting the building ahead of a 3-day event billed as one of the largest grassroots feminist gatherings in Europe. Activists from Bashback, which describes itself as a trans-led direct action group, posted a statement saying it was behind the vandalism. So a bunch of mentally ill men are part of this thing. The group said it carried out the vandalism because the conference was hosting some of the most vicious transphobia in pop politics and warned of further action. Previous guests...
Isn't that's a threat?
It is a threat. It is absolutely a threat. Previous guests at the charity's conference have included J.K. Rowling, who she has tweeted about this, who has been called transphobic for her views on gender identity and allowing trans women into women-only spaces. And then the author retweeted a post on X, which criticized the vandalism. By the way, this article was actually sent to me from Lady Decade. She's like, hey, look at this. So thank you, Lady Decade. Event organizers FILIA said it is shocking and saddening that a conference for women to discuss domestic abuse, sexual violence, and lesbian safety has been met with smashed windows, graffiti, and intimidation. It's insane. They can't even talk about safety, and it proves their point of why they need to talk about this safety when you have men coming after them every day. Insane.
Bunch of dudes in dresses trying to intimidate a bunch
women,
of women
harass
in dresses.
women, threaten women. It's fantastic. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, I don't think we need a whole lot more of that.
No, that it basically is self-explanatory.
Yeah. I mean, and will they get in trouble at all? These are activists.
That's the problem. Nobody's ever being held accountable.
They'll probably charge the women in the conference.
I
might.
Yeah, they had.
Why are they attacking you?
Mean tweets on Twitter.
That's right. They will not get arrested, but the women who are complaining will be arrested.
Yeah, they're the ones that'll be arrested.
Yes. Well, that's good news. Good news, everybody. That everything is totally fine over there in the UK. Hello, I'm Craig. Hit the subscribe button.